So traders, on today's video I will be sharing to you guys possible direction for the coming 2 days, but this will be based on your CPI. As I'm about to give you a cleaner insight into what might possibly happen based on CPI today, but not only CPI, based on using past data, which is Monday and Tuesday and today, to confirm what might possibly happen from CPI up and until the coming 2 days, which is Thursday and Friday. But before we hit the charts, 60% of you guys who are watching our videos and who are returning viewers on the channel have not yet subscribed. If I share any value and if I add value into your trading journey, into your trading life, all I ask of you guys is to just show some love, share the videos, like on the videos, leave a comment into how the videos are, what should we change, what should we improve, and what should we work on, and far most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so we can be notified every time we drop fire and educational videos. And another thing, click the link on my description to sign up with the broker that I trade with and highly recommend. Trade on the safe platform, trade with a good platform, and far most importantly, use the greatest trading platform in 2025 throughout your whole trading journey. Click that link, sign up today, and join the team. And another thing, before we start the video, we have opened up a 2-day in-person mentorship course, which will be a bargain for any one of you guys who are struggling, who can't see profits, who can't see change, and who are constantly on a cycle of winning and losing, with no momentum or moving forward. On this channel, you have came to the right place. We're having a 2-day in-person mentorship course where I'll be teaching you guys, showing you guys, and most of all, building everything that you need so you can be well equipped and go and capitalize independently in the forex markets without relying on anyone, because you will get the skill, you will get the knowledge, and you will, far most importantly, get all the necessities and all the arsenals that you need to go out there and win in your trading life. But it all starts with you putting in the work and committing to it. But without further ado, let's share what might possibly happen, and let's share what happened to you guys, right? So starting off on the NAS, because this is the most important page that we work on. This is Wi-Fi, right? We understood that on market open, on Sunday on our weekly trading outlook, we left the playlist. You can go check it out. We did leave an indication that based on how the market have closed, all we're gonna be simply waiting for is for a break above this very same highs, so we can look for continuation to the upside, or a fail to break, so we can look for that move to the downside, right? So you can clearly see that market open price that obviously failed to violate and pushed to the downside, but obviously the bulls were still in charge of the chart. What happened? Price continued moving to the upside. So trading to the upside, we now understood that okay, price is now holding wood, price is now holding our previous resistance, making it our new support, right? Intraday moves, right? So understanding that, we now can clearly see that we had multiple rejections, and we even took a trade on our challenge, and unfortunately it was an L, but we're gonna update you guys on the coming videos, right? So understanding that price did fail, obviously price spiked us out and then moved in our initial direction, meaning that price did reject again on our resistance slash new support, right? So understanding that now price has created this intraday support zone, all we now are going to be focusing on for the coming days, for the coming few days, and CPI, it's that with our current highs being printed out, we're going to be looking for a break above so we can anticipate those continuations to the upside. But if price will fail to violate this current highs, then I guess we're going to do what price is doing, failing to violate, and move the way it moves every time it fails to violate. But if you're going to get a break above this very same zone, you're going to look for those continuations to the upside. And one tricky thing about CPI today, I need you guys to understand that CPI is an inflation rate number, right? Every time when CPI comes out and you find that your number is high, and that gives you an indication that inflation is high in the United States for the month of what? For the month of, let's say, example, this is June, for the month of May, inflation was high, right? With that being said, you sometimes tend to see Nasdaq being bearish, right? Because as inflation is high, that cripples down to your tax and your stocks, right? It hurts your stocks, and it makes the stocks market to deplete, right? And to just plunge, right? But for the most part of it, if your inflation number is low, that gives you an indication that inflation was low, right? People were finding it easy to buy and just stock your groceries because inflation was high, was low, right? But you're gonna see as we continue, right? So just to sum things up to you guys, Nasdaq was simply looking for a break above our current highs so we can look for those continuations, or if price will give us a fail to violate, then that clearly indicates price is failing to violate your highs, then we look for those moves to the downside. You guys get that. So another pair will be gold. So gold, I won't say much. Gold, I will not say anything. In gold, we might not be looking into any point of interest into it, any shape, in anyhow, shape or form, right? Let me break it down to you guys. On our weekly trading outlook, we gave an indication that prices holding support and prices holding resistance. We already had a reaction on our resistance and price had a push to the downside, right? And we did indicate that if price comes back on our support and fails to violate, we're going to look for that reversal to the upside. So you can clearly see that price did come back to our zone and failed to violate and gave us a reversal to the upside. So you can clearly see that gold is trading way in the middle of our resistance and our support, and when price is looking like that, then it clearly means we won't be doing anything until price comes to support or resistance. That's where we're going to put our money to work. But for the most part, price is in a range, price is trading in the middle of the range. There's nothing we can say, there's nothing we can do. What do we simply do? Look at the next pair, which is USD CAD. So USD CAD, we also did share on our weekly trading outlook. You can go check it out. You can go check it out, Firmskis. You can go check it out, Firmski. So leaving an indication that on USD CAD, price gave us a clean double bottom, right? And obviously with a clean double bottom, this low and this low, price gave us a violation of that low, and we left an indication on our weekly trading outlook that there's two things that we're looking for: either for price to trade above so we can look for those moves, or for price to trade below and violate our lows so we can look for those moves to the downside. So price did give us a trade above on our hourly time frame, but unfortunately price took us out based on a trade that we executed, right? I also will share a trade breakdown. So understanding that price gave us a violation, price gave us a break above our intraday support and broke below our intraday support, that gives you an indication that for the coming 2 days and for CPI, the only thing that we might focus on is to see that if price will trade above, then we might comfortably look for those continuations to the upside. Or if price will break below our current low, then I guess we might look for those moves to the downside, because where price is trading, it's below our zone, and with being below our zone, there are still current lows that we still are waiting for price to see to violate in order to confirm those moves to the downside. So we're keeping it simple. If price will hold above our intraday zone, we're going to continue moving to the upside. But if price won't give us that, then I guess we're going to look for those moves to the downside. And understand, guys, before we end the video, that with CPI, when you're trading your currency pairs, this is a bonus from the video, right? So with USD, which is what, your dollar, and then your CAD, which is your CAD, right? USD CAD, right? You can understand that every time the dollar has strength, price does what? Price pushes to the upside. And every time your Canadian dollar has strength, price pushes to the downside, right? Those are just basics of forex. So based on today's CPI number, if you get a 3% on CPI, that will give you an indication that your inflation was high. This is a good number because you're expecting 2.9 or 2.8 for CPI, right? This is a good number for the what? For the United States dollar, meaning the dollar will have strength. And what might CPI do? CPI might continue pushing to the upside, right? But if the number might be lower than 2.9 or 2.8, maybe we'd say it's maybe 2.4, just saying 2.4%, right? Then in most cases, your number will tend to be bearish, right? 2.4%, yeah, it looks clean now. In some cases, those will clearly give an indication that this is a low number, right? Inflation was low, right? With inflation being low, clearly means the dollar is weak because we had a low number than we actually anticipated. And what happens from there? Your Canadian dollar will have strength and do it and push to the downside, right? So be mindful of one thing today. If you're going to be trading currency pairs that are related to your dollar, whether they will be USD CAD, USD JPY, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD ZAR, so on and so forth, be mindful of one thing. If the number will be high today, the dollar will have strength. But if the number is low, the dollar won't have strength. This is a high impact news report. Be mindful of those and understand those. If the dollar will have strength today, that will give you an indication that CPI inflation number was high, above your expected number. But if it remains the same, or if it drops to the downside, or if it's lower than anticipated, then the dollar will be weak. And pairs trading against the dollar, or pairs trading with or pairs are pairs trading against the dollar, or pairs trading or the dollar pairs trading against the dollar will somehow probably do it, continue moving in the initial direction with the dollar being weak. But be mindful of one day, this is just this is not financial advice. I'm just showing this to you guys based on the experiences and based on me having to back test and forward test for over the past few years, understanding how it moves and understanding how it plays out. It's only based on how the number comes out. But looking at your technicals, you first have to confirm. And in this instance, we anticipate that the dollar might have strength if we're going to trade above our intraday zone. But if the dollar will violate our current lows, then we're going to anticipate that the number might be low and CPI might move to the downside. But this is just an anticipation. But without further ado, hope you liked the video, hope you took something from the video, and I hope you learned something from the video. That's your boy Harlem King COT. Thanks for liking, thanks for showing love, thanks for sharing the video, for commenting on the video, for subscribing to the channel, and for far most importantly, trading with the broker that I highly recommend and trade with, and for most of all, choosing COT Academy, Forex Academy. That's the legit Forex institute in the world, and most importantly, for choosing the Space of Harlem YouTube channel page as the most and legit YouTube page in the world. But without further ado, that's your boy Harlem King COT, P4L, P4L. We're signing out.